Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the final week of the Seek, Gather and Create challenge for this round at least. The challenge is an art scavenger hunt that I run over on Instagram with Tina, Laura, and this time we also had Casey as our guest artist. I'll pop all the details down below, and if you haven't seen it and you want to still take part, just have a look and see the different prompts that we've posted up. Every Sunday throughout August we've been popping up 4 things to seek and gather and then create something with. It can be anything. So for this final week we asked you to find a window, the colour green, something blurry, and a repeating shape. So dug through my things. I found this piece of vellum with the window on. That's actually from one of our art sponsors, Art Stacks. They've got a pack of windows and doors, so that's come from there. Something green, I went for this piece of fabric which also has a repeating pattern on it. Something blurry, I went through my photographs and I found a couple of these are really old photographs from an album from the 1920s, and so you've kind of got this blurry village, this house is not so blurry, that one, and then this landscape. So I'm going to use one of those. And I also recently got my hands on some stencils from Wow Studio, who is another one of our sponsors, the lovely DD Catering. And so I've got 3 different stencils with repeating patterns, so I'm going to pick one of those to use in my project today as well. The only other thing that I have pulled out from a stash is this little snippet of some rust dyeing that I did recently, which I'll probably include somewhere in there. Okay, as always, I don't know what I'm going to do, so we just have to make a start and see what happens. I'm going to be working on this little spread here, and I think what I'll do first of all is get some gesso down. So just grabbing a brush. My paint water is very mucky, but I'm sure we'll manage. I'm just going to add a little bit down just to start us off. Okay, so with that I'm also going to now, let's see which repeating pattern. I think I'm going to go for this one, this stencil from our studio to start off with. I'm going to dry that, grab myself some green paint since we're using green today, and add some of that down. Right, I have got myself some of this dark aquamarine green colour, so I've just put a little bit on the side here, and I've got myself a bit of sponge. So I'm going to start, hang on, before I do that, let me just put a piece of scrap paper underneath so I don't make a mess. Right. These are so cute, these little stencils from Wow Studio. So, and the first time I've used this, so I'm excited to see how it turns out. It's a nice sort of foresty green colour. Fab. Let's put some over here as well. Okay, great. So it's a good start, and I've got some repeating pattern on there. Okay, that's dry, and I'm just playing around with ideas. I think I'm going to go for this village. You've got the windows in there as well. But I'm just playing around with how I might like to put some of this other bits and bobs in. I think I'm going to start by sticking some of these and start putting some of this down. Come on, glue. I got kind of mixed results with this rust dyeing, but I still use it all. This is beautiful, this bit here. Just adding a little bit more gesso to blend those little pieces that I've just put in. So I have no plan, absolutely no plan. So we'll see what happens. I'll just grab some coffee because why not? Let's move a bit of that around. Okay, and give that a dry. That's dry, and I'm just playing around now with my composition of fitting this image in here. Quite like bringing that piece of leaf in front somehow. So let's just audition it round before I make any decisions. Let's see. I might just switch out the image a bit just to see if that changes it at all. Let's try the third one here. I wish that you could reach in and tell me what you think. I don't even know if you can see that with the light on it. Let me just try and change the lighting a bit because that's shining on the picture. So we've got that one, or the sea, or the village. Just can't quite decide. That's quite atmospheric, with this kind of blurry tree. So is that one though. So I think we'll stick with the original. I'm thinking I'm going to cut this window down in half and just have that as a detail along the edge here of my page, maybe. But then it's how do I incorporate? Maybe it does go over. Don't know. Quite like that number 22 still showing through. So I might leave that alone. Excuse me, I'm not talking much because I'm just concentrating on what I want to do here. I'm going to go off to my sewing machine and have a play around with that, and I will be back. Okay, I've just stitched around and I've stitched some of that fabric in and that paper, a little bit of lace, and I'm quite liking that now. It's kind of blurry image. I don't know whether I want to incorporate that over the top. No, I like it over there still. I'm going to stick that down. Let's get a move on. So I hope those of you that have been taking part in the challenge have enjoyed it. I've absolutely loved seeing everybody's different pieces, so thank you to everyone that has taken part. It's a challenge that we've been running for a few years now, and I really enjoy it, and we get just so many people taking part and saying how much they enjoy it, so I do really appreciate that. And I'm sure we'll be back again. We tend to try and run it twice a year. And it's certainly not too late. So I mean, if you feel like you've only just come across it and you didn't get to have a go, you can still go back and do the challenges, or even look back at previous years. They're all on my Instagram posts. So take a look, have a go. Sometimes it really takes you out of your comfort zone. It certainly does for me. Even though we're the ones setting the prompts, it still can be a challenge, but fun to actually maybe use colours or images or things that you might not consider using normally. That's what it's looking like so far. I quite like it, but I'm thinking I might go over some of the stencils with a bit of white just to mute it down a bit. It's almost like we've got this really soft, gentle image, and the green is a little bit too powerful, the green I've chosen. So let's just see if this makes any difference. Just using a bit of gesso, and I've gone slightly off kilter to what was there previously, so you get kind of more of a shadowy effect, but it kind of mutes that green down just a tad. And I might take a little bit into the image and over that coffee. A bit more gesso, I think, just to lighten up a few areas. It's nearly the end of the summer here for us. The kids here have got just this last week before they go back, and we've had a mixed summer. It's been good in many ways and quite stressful in others. But I guess I'm looking forward to getting back to a bit of routine. Okay, just using that to kind of push back a few areas as well and lighten up a few areas. With me and my gesso, I'm kind of feeling like it's lacking something. It needs something else. apart from words, but it needs something. Maybe, let me give this a quick dry. Okay, I've dried that and I've grabbed some of this vintage tape, which is also from a Memoir Studio. This is such great stuff. And I'm going to add some of this in to... Oh, I've got my hair stuck in there. That's good, isn't it? Okay, there's my scissors. Love this stuff. It's fabulous. It just acts like that kind of vintagey look tape that you might get on an old book that's been repaired, and it's fabulous for just adding that additional bit of colour, but it's transparent. Yeah, I think that kind of adds to it nicely. Very soft colours that I've gone for today. Let's see, what else do I want? I've just pulled out a few little scraps of collage from my stash to just add a little additional bit of just pattern and colour here and there. So just this sort of little pop of pink here. This is from an old jelly print, and some sewing paper that I've made wholly. And then I've got these tiny little bit of dots here, which I was thinking, I don't know, incorporating somewhere maybe underneath the tape so it's not quite so white. I just need some stronger glue then to just stick that down. We just needed something else, you know, so dip into my stash of collage and see what there is. Now I've got that pink, do you think I need just a little pop of pink over here as well? Yes, I think so. Let's put a little bit of that there. Generally, I tend to go with the kind of rule of thirds. So since we've got two little bits of the pinky colour, then we do need to have a third, maybe there. Okay, I'm liking that much better now. It's a bit more to it, I think. So I think I'm just going to look for some words. Okay, so I've added the words "wanted to step inside those doors," which I just found in our old book, and there we have it. We've got window, something blurry, a repeating shape, and something green. That's it for the last week of the Seek, Gather and Create Challenge. I'll hopefully see you again very soon. Take care. Bye.